What is going on, guys? I am back with my second video since that hiatus. So today, my goal is to go over the spender recommendations that I plan on making. Most of my videos are for people that don't spend money, meaning I'm trying to give people that aren't spenders or at least very little spenders an advantage when it comes to this game because this is a mobile game. People spend an exorbitant amount of money on here. That's pretty obvious to see. We got put down in a new division in Navy Proving Ground, back to where the original server that I was from, 363, with all the really big hitters that are on there, and there's some really massive spenders on this leaderboard, namely a Crep. Played with him back on 363. Insanely strong player, insanely big spender. But anyway, so this one is actually going to be made for people that do spend money, just because I feel as though it's time to make one of those videos because it's pretty clear to most people that I'm not a free-to-play player. I do spend money on this game. Probably much more than I should spend on any video game, but a couple rules of thumb: make sure your mortgage is paid, make sure your rent is paid, make sure all your bills are paid, and you can still afford to put money for savings, and then, in my opinion, spend your leftover money on whatever you want. Not a car person, not a boat person, not a things person, but I love spending all of my money on video games. So I'm going to try to show you, if you are going to spend money, or if you have, I will never tell people to spend. It's not necessary to be effective in this game, but if you are trying to spend money to try to save yourself some time or jump ahead of the competition, this is a video dedicated to the best possible way to do that, and how to make sure that you're spending effectively so that you're not wasting any money on things that you don't actually need. The first thing to go over is actually having a plan for your main carrier. There's a player on our server, I believe, where is he? Ponk somewhere. That might be, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's him. It looks like he changed his name, maybe? No, okay, he didn't. So this player right here, Ponk, he's on my alliance. He's an incredibly strong player, has not spent a dime on this game. But as you can see, he has a really effective psionic zone. He is an incredibly powerful player, probably one of the top 5 players in our alliance, and hasn't spent a dime. He knows this game inside and out. The other player that is also free to play on our team that knows this game really well, where is he? I think it actually might be, I think he might have changed his name. I believe this is Tactilite. But he also knows this game inside and out. Both of these players are Indonesian players. They haven't spent a single penny on the entire game. They provide a lot of value to our team, so every now and then I'll pick up a pass for one of them, just because they're contributing members of our team and they're really helpful to a lot of our smaller players. But they probably have a better grasp on how to make your setup incredibly effective. Anyway, so if you're going to spend money on this game, the first thing that I would recommend people to buy is the General Battle Pass. They added recently a whole bunch of other battle passes, and I do pick these up. But the first thing, if you're only going to spend, say, $20 on the game every now and then, your best use of that money is going to be the Battle Pass, by far. You get the most bang for your buck. Sometimes you do get lucky, but for the most part, you're picking up an extra, something like a skill module, an extra genius every now and then. Some basic materials. These aren't super helpful, but they do add up over time. And some extra red materials. The main thing that you're looking for are the extra carrier pieces, and at level 90 on the Battle Pass, you're looking for that big reward. Sometimes you do get lucky. Most of the time you don't. Most of the time you're not going to be the guy picking up the Hades, but every now and then you will pick up a free Imperial, and that's really nice, especially if you're a very low spending player where you don't really have a 6-star carrier, you don't have enough gold for one. It's really helpful. So that is the first thing that I highly recommend to pick up. It's $20. After that, if you still have money to spend, I would look through whatever passes they're offering for that month and see if there's any specific ones you need. Now, all of this is dictated by your plan. And by your plan, I mean if you're using, say, the JFK, okay, you should have a plan in place for the next foreseeable months of where every one of the game resources that you can get from doing events is going to go. If you do not have that, I have to make another video to kind of show people how to plan that. That'll be in the future. But you should come up with a plan of what equipment you need, what needs to be upgraded, what planes you're looking for, and everything of the sort. And you really should have that fleshed out for the next 5 to 6 months, even as a free player. Having a knowledge of where everything is going to go, as you're getting resources, as you're getting monthly, monthly coins from the events, photonic crystals, any of these exchange things. So like any photonic crystals, cross server coins, all of these, where are they going to go? Everything like that, sailing metals, event stuff. You should have a plan in place for every single one of those pieces. Once you do, then it comes a little bit clearer which passes you need, right? Are you behind in your server on UAVs? Then it might be helpful to pick up that pass, or that kind of thing. And if you're providing value, if you don't have the money for it, if you're providing value for your team, if you understand the game a little bit better than another player that is a spender, a lot of the times they will have no problem buying it for you because you're helping them. It's $20. It's not super expensive, but all of these passes do add up. If you get all of them, you're looking at something like $100 a month, which is kind of ridiculous. But when the battle pass first comes out, for the first 3 days, they do have something called the comprehensive pass that will actually pick up all 6 of them, which typically they would all cost $20 a piece, which would add up to $120. You can get all 6 of them for $100. That is probably the next step that I would do, because you're going to get the most bang for your buck, especially when it comes to these base upgrade. These engineering units are super helpful for getting your base to anywhere above level 25, really. The tech units are really good for making sure you're keeping up with the Joneses with your upgrades and your research, making sure that all of your research is up to date, getting T5s and T6 warships faster than your opponents, that kind of thing. After you pick up those, let me preface the rest of this video. I'm probably not going to talk. There's very few opportunities in these packs that they sell up here. You're almost never going to want to buy these. They're almost always useless. The only thing that you might get good value out of is the weekly ones. And I don't mean not that weekly. Yeah, none of these. I think they got rid of the ones that were actually helpful. Oh, weekly card. Nope, that's not helpful. Yeah, none of these. I wouldn't recommend buying anything that's currently in the shop. This is just a waste of your money. It's not going to help you specifically unless, for example, say you really need some genius stuff. Then you might want to pick up a pack here, but that comes later. That's probably what I would say is your last priority money-wise every month. The next thing, and this change, I'll have to make more videos of this because this changes regularly, but because they add new things to buy and they take things away that you could buy in the game. So the next thing that I would recommend, if you have bought the comprehensive pass, first, like I said, general battle pass. Second would be a select another pass based on what you need for your plan. Third thing, you would just get the comprehensive pass and pick up all of them. Fourth thing, and this is probably the last thing and the easiest way to save yourself money and still get way ahead of the competition, are these boost packs right here. And this all comes before just buying levels. You can just straight up buy levels on the general battle pass by coming to this upgrade level part. It's very expensive. Ooh, look, they increased the price for a couple of these. It is very expensive to do this, and I don't recommend doing this until you have done the boost packs over here. There's a very specific reason for it, but I don't recommend getting boost pass 1. Okay, these extra boost points aren't really going to help you. Each of these will give you an extra level on the pack, but it gives you these CIWS device supply tickets. The CIWS thing really isn't that great currently. UAV was an awesome addition to the game, but the CIWS thing doesn't really help all that much from what I can tell. I have mine maxed out at orange, but it's a 5-star, and it really doesn't help out that much. What does help out on top of 1, these give you levels. These boost packs give you these points here. These points are directly, they're the same points that you get to upgrade the levels in the battle pass. So see this little symbol? That symbol there? That's battle pass level points. Okay, so if you spend $50 here, you get 2,200 of these, which is equivalent to, I want to say it's like 15 levels, something like that. Yeah, 15 levels or so. So if you buy 2 of these for $100, you're looking at 30 levels, versus if you just went to upgrade, you'd only get, for $100, you would get 26 levels. So you get yourself an extra 4 levels just by doing this. But not only that, you get those CIWS device tickets, and here's the main one: advanced carrier supply tickets times 20. So you would, by buying both of these, you would get 30 levels and 40 of these advanced carrier supply tickets. You get 40 of these as well, and 40 of these. Those are nice, but the carrier things are what you want. The advanced carrier supply tickets are what you use in the Deca Draw supply depot on the side to pick up free 6-star carriers that can be broken for 6-star equipment, and or points to get more things like the super anti-aircraft missile or the Shandong torpedo, or those really, really high level carrier equipment that free-to-play players still get. The next thing that I would look at after buying both of these, you would buy all 15 of these General Pass Boost 2s, because you get an additional 11 carrier supply tickets every single purchase. Right, so for $10, you get 3 levels, which is another day's worth of levels. If you buy all 15 of them, that's 45 levels on your battle pass. It's $150, but you get, what is that? 11 times 15, so you get 165 more of those, plus the 40 from here. So you're looking at 205 carrier supply tickets. So that's 20 Deca draws. And that's every time that I've done this so far, I've pulled at least 4 or 5 free 6-star carriers that I can then break and take either the equipment or I could break the equipment and then get the shards for it. So it's still expensive if you're looking at doing just that. You pick up the battle pass for $20, and then you throw, what is that, another 150, another $250. So you're still looking at $270 a month. That is a lot of money. I don't recommend spending that on a video game, but I will tell you that it is something that I do. But there's trade-offs to all of this. This is the fastest way to make sure that there is a good use of your money. If you're going to buy money, I wouldn't recommend buying boost packs for these other side passes. Not all of them are worth it. I would make sure that you're checking them out first. If you need aircraft, maybe the UAV ones would be good. If you need advanced aircraft, if you need 6-star aircraft, that might be a good option. I just would stick to the general one. Stick to these for $20 for the general battle pass, another $250 for these. For a total of $270, you're looking at 4 free 6-star carriers, and you're at battle pass level 165, which is going to get you or at the end of the month, it's going to get you the guaranteed other legendary chest. So like all of those levels, 45? So you get 75 levels from that. It would be the same as getting, it would be the same as getting this $300 pack, but you're getting it for $250. So you're getting a $50 discount on the levels, right? And it gets you all the way to here. So it's a $50 discount on the levels if you're going to buy the levels anyway. And it gets you all the way down to this key reward, right? This 165 key reward, which gives you a guaranteed 100 aquamarine. It gives you a guaranteed 6-star. guaranteed 6-star plane that you can choose from here, one of these, or you can take your risk and get a random one of these, but each one of these is a really, really high level plane. So all of the above is, I wouldn't say necessarily worth that money, but if you're going to spend money on this game, I've seen people waste way more than $270 a month. I've seen people waste way more than $270 in a day. This is the only way that I can guarantee that you're not going to, quote, waste your money. Every expense in this game is a waste. This is the only way that I can make sure that you're not wasting money in game. So if you pick that up, you are going to be leagues ahead of everyone else who's not using their money correctly, if they're going to spend money, and you're going to pick up about 4 to 5 different 6-star items every single month just from that, which is where you get your +1, your +2 variation. So this is just what I've collected and saved in this advanced carrier supply. This is not, I notice I haven't bought them this month. I'll have about 300 for the Deca draw to go through by the end of the month if I do pick those up. And I usually wait for, it's not up yet, I guess, but they do have another special event over here where if you use advanced carrier tickets, you have a chance to get photonic crystals and other bonuses. So sometimes you can wait for that special event to be up and then use all of them then. And then you have a chance to get a couple more extra 6-star things, or if you don't get extra 6-star things, you'll get 30,000-40,000 photonic crystals, which can be used for red materials and whatnot. Stacking events is a really, really easy way to get more effective use out of your resources. So anyway, that is pretty much everything that I would recommend. If you needed, the only other thing that you would buy specific stuff for would probably be Psionic Zone. If you needed Psionic Zone materials and there was a really good deal up here, go ahead. But for the most part, they kind of just put a bunch of bull crap in this shop. I wouldn't pick up anything unless this percentage up here was at least over 1,000. It's an arbitrary unit of measurement. 900% of you buying air is still buying air. But as far as like the current, they value these percentages off of how much gold it would cost you in game to pick up all these materials. So if you're not getting 1,000% return, it's not worth it in this game. It's probably not worth it anyway, but it's definitely not if you don't see this number being 1,000. Anyway, I hope that helps, guys. This video went a little longer than I thought, but if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below, and thank you for taking all the time to listen to this. Peace.